welcome to my channel Wheel of Fortune Psychic Tarot. My name is Nia, and in today's reading we want to find out how your deceased loved ones remember you, because it does work both ways. As you can see, you have these three groups to choose from. For group number one, we have the Nine of Wands with a horse on it and this beautiful very pink rose quartz crystal. For group number two, the Queen of Wands with a chinchilla on it and a window crystal of mine. And for group number three, the Four of Swords with a sloth on it and this beautiful pointy fluorite crystal. All you need to do now, as always, is to focus your attention on the deceased loved one that you would like to connect with today. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, pause the video if you have to, and when you think you're ready, then just see which one of these three groups calls your attention the most. Do not overthink it, let your intuition decide, and then you can have a look in the description box down below where you find the timestamps for each individual group, so I will see you there. Hi everyone who chose group number one. The very pink rose quartz and a stunning Nine of Wands card with a horse on it. This is going to be your reading about how your deceased loved ones remember you, because it works both ways. You remember them a certain way and they do too. Doesn't matter that they are in spirit. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, there's a link in the description box down below where you can ask absolutely anything, okay? It doesn't have to be about lost loved ones. But let's get into this now. I'm getting very powerful vibes from this crystal only, and even before I chose a crystal for your group, I knew that your loved ones wanted for me to pick a red or pink colored one, because it's all about powerful love, and powerful can have a slightly negative meaning here too, as in that maybe your love was put to the test, or that maybe quite possibly you hurt each other's feelings. Maybe for some of you, keep in mind this is a reading for the collective. Not everything I say will resonate, all right? But it could be that there is a lot of like pain or blood, sweat and tears involved in your connection. And I just want all of you to know that your loved ones, looking back, overall, what they remember is love, that they loved you very, very much and still do. There was a lot of passion or emotional upheaval, a lot of intense emotion, but what's left is nothing but love, okay? Very, very powerful love. Like, I feel so much love, and quite frankly, like a lot of like passion, also physical passion. If you were romantically involved with your person, physical passion, like I'm feeling so much passion from your loved ones coming through, okay? Quite strong feelings, considering that they are in spirit. Now, how do they see you? They see you as someone who was hurt in the past, either by them or by something else, some trauma, some upset in your life, but you never let that pain defeat you. They see you as someone very, very strong, and they admire you for the fact that you have been able always to get back up on your feet after you suffered some, I don't know, quite intense, painful blows of fate. Maybe you were knocked to the ground, but you got back up because you are this powerful, free horse. You have horse energy. Horses are incredibly powerful animals. I love them so much, and that's how your loved one sees you, as someone very fierce, and as someone who fights for their own freedom, and as someone who not only manages to heal themselves after being hurt, but someone who kind of like doesn't allow for negative blows of fate. I keep hearing that, blows of fate, to let that get in the way of your motivation and your excitement and your strength. You have always come out stronger after every defeat. That's how they remember you. So they think you're so strong. They really, really admire you. And I love that so much for you. Let's look further into the tarot cards. And these tarot cards were kindly gifted to me by Diane from the UK, my second home. Thank you so much, Diane, if you're watching. If you too would like to send in some cards or crystals, I have an Amazon and an Etsy wishlist link down below. But let's look further into your messages from your loved ones today. So what do they want to tell you about how they remember you? Just give me a second. Need to get some psychic downloads. Did your loved ones have a loud voice or like a very strong voice for some of you? Because I hear some voices, like very like strong, kind of deep voices. Very fierce. Like your loved ones were kind of like in that energy too a little bit for some of you. How do they remember you? Loved ones, please come through. How do you remember group number 1? Okay, 7 of Cups. And look at this whale here. I love these cards so much. 7 of Cups, that is very interesting. And I need a clarifier for that. What do you mean, loved ones? 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so not only were you a very like fierce, strong, independent, free person, powerful person in their mind, but also you were able to kind of cut through the BS whenever there was some confusion or delusion in your life, deception, instability. You were able to cut through it and like fight your way through all distractions. You are someone still who is hardworking, very grounded. Once you have a vision and a goal, you are very willing to work towards that. And you don't let anything get in your way, and you have never lost, regardless of all the setbacks and blows of fate, you have never lost your drive. They love that about you. And if you are a parent or some kind of caretaker, you look after people or animals that you love, if that's the case for you, they admire how nurturing and caring you are with other people. So they remember you as someone who builds this kind of safe nest for the people you love and care about, as well as for yourselves. So that is amazing. They think so highly of you looking back. And I don't know if they ever showed you when they were still around, but they definitely see it now. How you were so strong and so such a hard worker, so consistent, and so like able to keep a clear head in confusing situations. What else, dear loved ones? How do you remember group number 1, please? Five of Swords. Okay, there was some conflict for the most part, for the majority of you watching. There was some conflict between you and your loved ones. Okay, quite possibly they hurt you, maybe even you hurt them back. It like highly depends on your personal situation. Only take what resonates, ignore the rest. But they have a very important message for you right now. So they do see things from a different perspective right now, because they have gone through their life review. They have been enlightened. They see difficulties in relationships as karmic lessons that they have learned and understood because they had help from their spirit team. And they want you to know that regardless of what happened between the two of you, this conflict, they have learned from it, they have grown from it. And when they think back on these moments where you kind of collided, clashed, had arguments, hurt each other, they don't feel any anger or upset in their heart. They see it as a lesson learned, and they still love you, okay? They still love you, but I do feel some like tension, and you could be someone, because you are so fierce, that when someone triggers you, you get very harsh, maybe. And if that resonates, they know, but they still love you, okay? They still love you. What else? It's also amazing how all cards have come out in the upright so far. That's very good energy. So that's very clear messages. And yeah, I love that. What else? How do you remember group number 1? 3 of Swords. So there is some upset, like there is some heartbreak. But again, with this beautiful bird here, a bird set free. It could really be that for some of you, your loved one hurt you deeply. And it could be linked to a third party situation. Maybe they betrayed you, or maybe they had people in their inner circle who were against you and they maybe prioritized them, like different things where you felt hurt, stabbed in the back, or like even possibly stabbed in the heart. Like there was a lot of pain, but you set yourself free. Now, it could also be that some of you walked away from your loved one when they were still alive because you are powerful. You don't let people treat you wrong, and rightfully so. So you walked away instead of like giving them a hard time or choosing revenge. You walked away. And maybe after their passing, you have done that. So they admire you for choosing to be the better person, for not dwelling on heartache, for just setting yourself free, guys. And forgiveness and acceptance sets you free. It's difficult, but acceptance, it is possible, okay? But you will all know there's one last tarot message here. How do they remember you? How do they see you? Wow, King of Cups. Again, in the upright, this is so cool. I have not had that in a very long time, that the cards all came out in the upright. So this is very direct, straightforward communication, no misunderstandings, and everything should be really clear here. And the King of Cups, that is your loved one loving you so much. You don't have to be asking about a male person. This can be a female. Though for many of you, I think you're asking about a male person. They really, really love you. And they remember you as someone very loving as well. So again, regardless of the moments where you kind of collided and maybe hurt each other, they remember the love. They remember the good times. There was some trouble and some imbalance, okay? And depending on your personal situation, it could have been very severe or not that severe, but they admire you for being so grounded. And I think they were not as grounded as you. They are kind of standing on one leg here, and you were on both legs, on both hooves, so to say. You were stronger than them. You were more able to handle life and its challenges than them, okay? And that's what they really admire you for, and they still love you so much for that, and they're sending you love and light from the other side. I love this flamingo, especially because, again, it's like a pink animal, and pink has to do with love and the heart chakra, so nothing but love after all. Let's get some oracle cards to further clarify their feelings for you guys. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment. If you don't know what to say, drop me a purple heart. Thank you so much for all of you who always comment on my videos. I see all of you. I read all of my comments. You guys are helping me so much. So thank you to everyone commenting. Let's see. What more messages? How do they remember you? How do your loved ones remember you? Okay. I do want to take this card. You know how I always use my psychic intuition when several fall out? This one will not be relevant, but this one here. And it's the Wheel of Fortune. I need to translate because these cards are in German, okay? And it says fortune and divine timing. And 23 adds up to 5. 5 is this conflict card, and it did come out in the reverse. So your loved ones do remember, and again, depending on your personal situation, this will be something huge or something not so huge, but they do remember one or several severe blows of fate, unlucky events that led to quite possibly a separation between the two of you, or like a lot of conflict before their passing. They remember that and they want to tell you, I have not forgotten about that. I still remember, and if they owe you, like, they know, and they will make up for it in their next lifetime when you meet again and come together again. So they just want you to rest assured that they remember everything. They remember the bad parts especially. And I feel like that is significant to you. But again, they remember it understandingly, okay, and lovingly. What else? Whoa. Wow, are you kidding me? The horseman, and we have a woman here sitting on that horse, but guys, there is something about horses. Like, I love horses. I've been riding horses ever since I was 5 years old, I believe. So maybe you love horses as well. And it says someone who brings change, or who is a how would you translate that? Someone who announces change, okay? They see you as someone very courageous, remember you as someone very courageous, someone who was not scared at all to discover new things and to walk, to pave paths. This is someone who paves paths, okay? So you're so strong in their eyes, like so much horse energy, like free, wild, courageous, and yeah, just awesome in their eyes. Independent, cutting edge kind of personality. You know what you want. That's how they remember you, as someone who really knew what they wanted. And here we have, in the hand of the universe is your partner. Again, they remember you as someone who wanted to manifest visions. Someone, again, like very goal-oriented, very driven, very motivated, very grounded, very serious, very consistent, and someone who, yeah, fights hard for the heart's desires. You have and had many heart's desires, and they remember you as someone who, you know, had those to begin with. Some people don't even know what they want, and that is so sad. Some people feel so empty and lost, but not you. And that's how they remember you, okay? Like, you would like shoot for the stars always, and that's what they love about you so much. Let's get some final messages. And I just heard like a weird noise in my room, some kind of like crackling. And that's a bit weird. Like, sometimes weird things happen in my room when I do these recordings, and there is nothing that could have made this crackling sound, and it's coming from like this corner right behind me. So I'm wondering what that was. Maybe that will resonate with you. Maybe you hear some crackling sometimes, then that's definitely your loved ones trying to get your attention. What do they want to say to you? I need time to myself. Yeah, maybe they walked away from you as well. So they want to make it up to you, and they love you. They cherish your memories, but now they need time for healing and soul searching in heaven. What else? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I feel like you always know this in your heart, which is why you're such a fierce fighter. But they maybe never knew, because they were kind of a little bit more fragile than you, and they have found that light at the end of the tunnel now, which is why they are able to send you love and light. Okay. It will get better, so maybe you need some encouragement right now. And I'm waiting for you. Yes, they are waiting for you, because you definitely are soulmates, okay? Soulmates are not strictly romantic. Anyone who is important for your karmic journey is a soulmate. So they will be waiting for you, because there is unfinished business, I feel like. Maybe you both have to make it up to each other for this conflict, okay? And they're encouraging you will get better. just keep on fighting. So that's all I have for you in this reading. I really hope it resonated. If it did, then give it a thumbs up, please. Comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on a bell for notifications so that you will never miss out on a new reading on my channel in the future. Take very good care, and until soon, hopefully. Bye. Hi, group number 2, everyone who felt drawn to my window crystal and this gorgeous Queen of Wands card with this so cute chinchilla on it. Oh my god, it's so cute. So this is going to be your reading about how your loved ones remember you, because it works both ways, okay? If you would like to book a personal reading with me where you can ask absolutely any kind of question, there's a link in the description box down below, okay? So let's get into this. I don't know where to start. For some reason, I want to start with this tarot card here. So Queen of Wands, that is you. You can be a man watching this. If you are, then you have female energies within yourself, which is normal and which is good. The Queen of Wands, like your loved one remembers you as someone who was a very like, again, powerful and strong-willed, attractive person, quite possibly a woman for the majority of you, okay? Very attractive, very like modern, like you know, like someone who knows what they want, especially as a woman, like you could say a feminist, you know, and yeah, very influential and very like driven, very like fire energy kind of person. But the beautiful thing about you was that you were not conceited, even though you're very attractive. At least to them, you were incredibly attractive, but you were not like at all like conceited or arrogant. And you did know what you wanted in your relationship, in your connection, but you were not like bossy, okay? You had this softness around you, about you, this softness, this cute, like fluffy softness. You were very affectionate with them, probably. So, okay, you were able, you had both sides combined beautifully, like strong, independent fears, okay, but at the same time, loving, caring, fluffy, cute, gentle. They loved that about you. And this window crystal, this reminds me of a ginkgo leaf. We had like a ginkgo plant when I was a child. I think it's from Australia or from, you know, the southern kind of hemisphere. Maybe that resonates with you. But to be honest, there is not a lot coming from this window crystal when it comes to like psychic downloads. It's just beautiful. So many reflections and texture. Okay, now I'm getting a download like texture. Something about texture. Something about, for some of you, again, like only take what resonates because this is a reading for the collective. Something about like your house where you're living. Do you have a certain specific floor pattern where you have maybe tiles or like wood, or like this could be so many things, but kind of a textured hard floor? Does that sometimes squeak or something, or do things get stuck in there? That is a very specific message for some of you. Okay. Also like a puddle of rain, puddle of water that you maybe stepped in or something. Like I'm getting weird memories and images from a huge collective that will only resonate with a small group. So I will better jump into the tarot now to get some more messages. This beautiful deck was kindly gifted to me by Diane. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much if you are watching. I love these cards so much. If you too would like to send in a deck or some crystals, I have an Amazon and an Etsy wishlist link down below. Okay, look, I love how like this deck on the edges is silvery, shiny. I love that so much. It's gorgeous. Very shiny. Like your loved ones remember you as someone very, very shiny. I think you are very beautiful, very attractive, but not someone who like put all their attention to their looks. which again made you come across as so like gentle and humble. Very, very beautiful. Let's see. How else do they remember you? Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I am gonna tag these both cards here. This one and that one, not this one. Always let my psychic intuition guide me. The Chariot in the reverse and the Five of Wands. Okay, so they do remember. Again, this is quite similar energies compared to group number 1, quite similar. There was some conflict, but not so much like arguing or hurting each other. It was more like a battle, some kind of battle that you fought. And I don't know if this was between you and your loved one or life in general. I think your loved ones are saying that you never had it easy in your life. You would always have to kind of compete, be very strong, okay? And that's what shaped you into this powerful, fierce person, because you have been faced until now with so many obstacles. You really have to invest so much energies into anything in life that you want to achieve, okay? And it can feel very frustrating, but you are someone who never gives up. You are someone who still keeps on going. And they remember that about you. They remember you being so driven. Again, so driven and still driven, even though you never had it easy in your life. And they're saying, even though it is painful and upsetting and frustrating, that you are always met with so many frustrating hurdles and obstacles and blockages in your way, that is part of your karma. And you're doing great. You're doing great. You are so powerful. You're so strong. They love that about you. I see like beautiful coral reefs here. Maybe some of you are from Australia. I get so many like Australian energies here. Let me know if you're from Australia. If you're not, don't worry. It's a reading for the collective. Also, I see a hand. There is no hand. I just see it in my, like with my third eye, like a hand. Do you? Something about your hand or your loved one's hand. When they passed away or before they passed away, did you maybe touch their hand, hold their hand, shake their hand? There is something about a hand here that I'm picking up on. Anyway, what else? How do they remember you? Oh, cute. 3 of Pentacles with these ants on it. I love this card. 3 of Pentacles. I need a clarifier for this. Even though I'm already sensing something. What does this mean, loved ones? Okay, 2 of Wands. Again, I think some of you would have wanted to take things in you and your loved one's connection to the next level. You wanted to build something. If you were in a romantic connection, you would have wanted to move in together, settle down together, start a family together. If you were not romantic, it could just be like an idea you had with your loved one about your future, like building something, building a friendship or family life, like establishing something together. It's like teamwork, and something again got in the way. But you watching, you guys, you're so used to this annoyance of always having a hurdle come up in your way when it comes to reaching your goals and fulfilling your dreams. So there is something about that, and quite possibly like a moment where you and your loved one had to cross paths or something. I need another clarifier what exactly they are talking about here. What is this, loved ones, please? How do you remember your person? The Sun in the reverse. Okay. What is this even? Is this a wombat? This looks like a wombat, seriously. Like there is something about Australian energies here. And there is never, coincidences don't exist. Today I talked to an Australian client. I did like a personal reading for, like, this looks like a wombat to me, definitely. But anyway, your loved ones here, remember you as someone who still was so beautiful in their eyes and quite possibly many other people's eyes, even though you sometimes went not just through blockages and hurdles, but through some things that affected your maybe physical health and just your happiness. Like, you still have it so hard in life, it looks like, so many challenges. And it doesn't just affect you, it like affects the people around you, but you are the boss. You're the boss, like you take care of it. And you're still doing that. And your loved ones are seeing you. And that's how they've always known you. You are someone who has so many challenges going on, but you're still staying strong. You're still staying strong. Even if you feel lost on your way, you don't give up. And that's what makes you so attractive to them still, okay? And it could be that you now are experiencing some physical health issues. So my heart goes out to you for that. I hope it's nothing too bad. But yeah, your happiness has taken downfall. Your happiness, like you don't feel happy at all. And I don't blame you if life is so frustrating for you. So maybe they want to give you some encouraging messages here. We'll see. Let's get some oracle cards. If you're liking this video, guys, please comment. Any comment helps. Anything. If you don't know what to say, drop me purple heart, any kind of other emoji. Thank you so very much to everyone always commenting on my videos, always liking. I really appreciate you. You helping this channel grow. There. Let's see what else we can get here. Okay, again. This reminds me of the Two of Swords, even though it's like 20. Here it says feast, decisions and consequences. Also similar energy to this Two of Wands card in the reverse. Maybe you took a painful decision when your loved one was still around. You had to take a painful decision, maybe even about your loved one's life. Okay, now I'm getting it. Like, this could be something very particular. Maybe your loved one was very sick and you had to take a painful decision to have their life ended or something. Like, there's something about a very painful decision and they admire you for your strength to pull through with that decision. And now I have to close my window because, or maybe not, my neighbor is being noisy. I might have to close the window if they continue. Hope it didn't bother you too much. What else? Like, there is some noise interference in every pile. Well, every pile. In pile number 1, I had like a paranormal noise in my room at the same time, around the same time into the reading. And now I had my neighbor just using like a saw or something. So like, there's something about energies trying to interfere with this spirit communication. So you might want to cleanse your energy if you're guys watching, and me too, okay? Throwing out your net. Preparations pay off. So this is again confirmation. If you had to take a painful decision that is linked with your loved one's passing, know that they forgive you. They don't remember you as the one ending their life. They remember you as someone being very courageous and taking this step, which wasn't easy to take, okay? And in general, they see you as someone and remember you as someone very much capable of planning for the future. Even though you've had so many setbacks, you're still able to plan ahead, and you know, like, your hard work will pay off. They're encouraging you. What else? Okay, I think I'm gonna take both of these cards. They both like resonate. We have fixing the veil, forgiveness. Like, they forgive you. Now I'm going to close the window because it kind of annoys me, that noise. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. Fixing the veil, forgiveness. They forgive you. They forgive you about a decision that you made. Maybe it's not linked to their passing, but some decision. You will know what this is. They forgive you, okay? Like, choose love. Choose love. Always choose love. They have chosen love, so they forgive you okay? And they're kind of saying there's nothing to forgive for. They are free. Like this butterfly here shows their beautiful transformation. They are free now. 42, it's up to 6. So 6, loving energy, like nothing but love looking back. And here we have written in the stars. Well, in German you say written in the sky. You could also say written in heaven, because in German sky and heaven are the same word, Himmel. And here it says fate. So there was like, or destiny. Destiny, are you watching this pile? I have someone here called Destiny. Maybe you're watching this pile. If you are, this is definitely for you, because Schicksal is destiny or fate. So there was a blow of fate, and you watching, you feel responsible for it. And they remember you as someone, yes, who was involved with this fate, but not as someone who should be feeling guilty, okay? Some final messages here. Are you kidding me? I need time to myself. This same card fell out in group number 1. You might want to watch group number 1. And this card here flipped over in group number 1. So if you felt drawn to group number 1, you might want to watch it. Like very similar energies, similar cards. So they need time to themselves now for healing, for enlightenment, for their life review. I miss you, but they're missing you. Like they're not happy about your separation, obviously. They are in heaven. You are still on earth for a very specific reason, but they're missing you, okay? They're really, really missing you and remembering you, cherishing your memories. Forgive me, please. Like there's so much about forgiveness here. So know that whichever way it resonates, either like you feel like you need to ask their forgiveness or they feel like they need to ask yours, whichever way resonates, know that forgiveness is wanted and granted. Okay, so that's very beautiful, because forgiveness and acceptance sets you free, and that's all I have for you in this pile. Really hope it resonated. If it did, then give this video a thumbs up, please. Comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the bell for notifications so that you will never miss out on a new reading on my channel in the future. Take very good care, and until soon, hopefully. Bye. Hi, group number 3, everyone who chose the Pointy Fluorite crystal. Hope it's not too dark here in order for you to see how gorgeous it is. And this 4 of Swords card with a sloth on it. This will be a reading about how your deceased loved ones remember you, because not only do you remember them, but they obviously, remember you too. Works both ways. So, but before we get into this reading, I want you to know that you can book a personal reading with me where you can ask absolutely any question. It doesn't have to be about deceased loved ones. There's a link in the description box down below. But now, let's see what we can get here. I do have to say that I'm getting some heavy energies in this reading. This crystal here feels kind of very dark to me, and like the pointiness, the sharpness, and here we have these 4 daggers and the sloth hanging from it. Heaviness. So I'm getting a few messages here, and keep in mind that this reading is for the collective. Not everything can resonate here with you. Only take what does, ignore the rest. Now, it could be that for some of you, your loved one left you hanging in the wind, like they might have gone silent, there was no contact, and you were the one left hanging and not knowing what's going on, or like kind of suffering from the silence, or it was the other way around. I don't quite know yet who it was, but there's this sense of separation, of silence. This silence could be because maybe of illness for some of you. One of you was in a situation where they were physically and mentally compromised so that you couldn't like engage with each other. Or it was the result of conflict where you decided to withdraw. Like, I don't know what it was, but there's this huge sense of hanging on to each other, or like one hanging on to the other. Maybe one being the silent one and the other one being the clingy one. That's what they remember. Okay. And with this crystal, like some pain, like some hurt feelings, some pain that they remember about you. And some darkness, like left in the dark, like not being able to see what will come from this situation, like being left in the dark, being left hanging in the wind is not so nice, but hopefully you'll get an apology or some closure in this reading. There is a huge sense of hope here. I see this green inclusion here, and the fluorite green is hope. Okay, so we'll see what we can get. Let's get my tarot deck here. That was kindly gifted to me by Diane. Diane, thank you so much. If you're watching, if you too would like to send in a deck or some crystals, I have an Amazon and an Etsy wishlist link down below for you guys. Let's see. Really, really love this deck. I love the shininess of it. Let's see if we can get some shiny messages from your loved ones now. How do they remember you? We need some clarification. And like the color green though, green is healing, green is hope. I see green again in this tarot card, green, greenery, green. Like they want to grow something with you now, even though that they are in spirit, still possible healing from this situation. But how do they remember you? Loved ones, please tell us, how do you remember group number 1? How do you remember them? How do you remember them? The lovers, okay. So that is very good energy, lovers energy. We need that. So obviously you were their love. This reading is not relationship or gender specific, so you can be asking about anyone. For the majority, this could have been, you know, a romantic relationship here, but for the rest, it was a soulmate relationship. You know that soulmates are not always romantic. Anyone who is important in your life is a soulmate, is someone you have a karmic contract with. So they remember you as their love, like there was love between you. So much love, but sometimes it got difficult. Yeah, sometimes it got difficult. As I'm saying this card's flipping over the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords. Wow, this is a powerful card. Like, something happened. It could have been so many things depending on your personal situation. Either a breakup, an argument, a separation, or one ending up in hospital or prison even. Like I'm getting some severe scenarios, prison or hospital for some of you. But yeah, like a painful situation that forced one or both of you to walk away from each other, and then there was silence. And they remember this pain that was caused, pain to a once very loving and mutual relationship. But they did still see you as someone they loved dearly, okay? Someone who was their opposite, but you kind of completed each other. Even though you would sometimes clash, opposites attract, and you did end up like completing each other in many ways, okay? Lovely 2 seahorses here. But yeah, pain and kind of scary situations where one of you or both are really scared. That's what they remember. How else do they remember you? 10 of Wands. This card is cute with the beaver, but it's quite a severe card. So this is again struggle. This is a sense of feeling overwhelmed, overpowered. Like clearly, I don't know why I'm getting this strong sense that it was your loved one like withdrawing from you and not you withdrawing from them. I feel like for the majority, you were the one left, abandoned, and like kind of cancelled or like, you know, cut out, and your loved one just left you. Again, it could have been the other way around. So remember to apply it to your situation, but they remember you as someone who was like left alone. Like they remember the separation and the sense of being so overwhelmed and like kind of like at a breaking point, breaking down under a weight. How do they remember you? Ooh. Oh, Ace of Pentacles with a frog on it. Were you a clingy person clingy sounds negative, but it might have felt to them sometimes like it was a bit too much, but you were very attached. That's a more positive word. You were someone very attached to them, and you would have wanted a new beginning, a new chance to build up your relationship after like separation and struggle. So they remember you as the one who seemed to be more interested in building up this relationship and possibly starting over new, having a new beginning. You were the one, again, frog, green, like you were interested in healing. You were interested in growth and abundance in this relationship. You wanted to take a leap of faith, and you know, like you're the kind of like kiss the frog and have it turn into a prince kind of person. I feel like for some of you, your loved one could have been like scary, maybe even not so attractive. Like there was some problem with your loved one, and you tried to see the good in them. You hoped that they would turn out to be a prince, a princess, or like whatever resonates with your situation. They remember you as that hopeful, positively thinking one. What else? Getting weird vibes from the cards now. Oh, 3 of Swords. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. There was hurt, there was pain, and quite possibly third-party energy involved, which could have led to your separation or to some struggle in your separation. Pain and like really getting the sense that you were the one left behind, that your loved ones broke free, walked away, distanced themselves, either forcefully or voluntarily. They remember you as the one left behind. They remember you as the one suffering. They remember you as the one being hopeful for a new beginning. They remember you as the one struggling with this separation the most. Yeah, they remember you as the one hanging on, holding on. Guys, that is so sad. I hope you're okay now, or like starting to heal. Let's get some oracle cards to get more clarification about this. If you like this video reading, I can't talk today, video reading, please comment. Please, any comment helps. Thumbs up this video. If you don't know what to say, drop me a purple heart. Any kind of other emoji, anything helps, so that I know that you appreciate what I'm doing and that other people like you find me. And thank you so much to everyone supporting me on here in so many different ways. Thank you. Were you kind of, I'm getting that for some of you, were you kind of a goofy person sometimes when things got rough? Would you try to make your loved one smile and be goofy for some of you to cheer up the situation? Or did you pretend that you were okay, but really like you were struggling a lot? This could be the case for some of you. Here we have Song of the Whale, Resonance 61. That is, again, like I see separation and moving on, but you were still caught in a bubble. You know, this whale, you were not able to move on from your loved one. You were not able to start fresh. Like you were caught up in the aftermath of this hurtful, maybe even traumatic relationship. They know that. They remember you as the one like feeling trapped and caught up in a bubble. In a bubble. Isolation. Also, I'm seeing musical notes, so you might get some signs from your loved ones through music or from spirit through music. 48, Heavenly Dancer, Devotion. You were very devoted. You were very devoted, and even though you were like kind of like felt heaviness in your heart, you wanted to keep things lighthearted. You wanted to make your loved one smile. You wanted to bring more like lightheartedness into the connection. And they know that you were that way, and they know that you were the devoted one, and they might have appeared as though they were not, which is so sad when a relationship is not neutral. Yeah, but again, like 48 is 12, like a sense of, like they know they left you hanging, or like they left you in a situation where you felt stuck and unable to move on and forward. Oh yes, green, unmarked path epiphany. 57. That is again 12, stuck. Like they know that you're kind of still waiting to have this epiphany. You're still waiting to get closure, get some important answers with regards to the pain. They know this. They know that you want, like, that you need answers in order to move on and move forward and heal. They know that. Sorry that this reading is so low, but I feel like you need to hear this. And like they know, if you're wondering if they know or not, so if they care, they can, they know now. I'm not going to push it if they don't. Oh my god. I had this card in pile number 2 come out as well. And I see, well, this is like judgment energy. So clearly like you need a resolution, or you need some closure, you need some answers. They know this. They know that they kind of owe you these answers because they didn't give them to you. I'm feeling drawn to that B. Does that resonate with some of you, B? And it says feast, but that doesn't match here. Feast, decisions and consequences. They took a decision, and they made a decision and took steps, but they never really filled you in on why they made that decision, why they took those steps. Could that be? And the consequence for you was to be like left in a situation that felt very frustrating. That's how they remember you. That's so bad. Let's get some final messages from them. Wow. Does this work? Yes. You make me proud. Okay, that is a bit, I don't know, like they are proud of you for how you are, but looking at these cards here, I'm not getting like the most empathetic and sensitive energies from your loved ones, but this will resonate. Like they are proud of you for holding on, for not giving up. Okay. Maybe like if you've recently achieved something, they saw it, they are proud of you. I want to see you smile. Yeah, but that's easier said than done. I'm kind of getting, like, I think I'm feeling your energies, guys. And you are probably understandably a bit upset, a bit miffed, a bit like angry maybe at your person. And you're thinking like, how am I supposed to smile if I feel like this, if I get no answers? They want you to smile. They want you to be this lighthearted, free person. But it's so hard when like you don't have a reason to smile. Like I'm reading like your guys' answers to seeing these cards, but they want you to smile. I have so many deep regrets. Okay, thank you. Like they heard me speak, so they better have some regrets because they were not good to you at all. They better regret this, and I think they still need to go through a lot of spirit lessons with their spirit team on the other side before they fully understand how their behavior affected you. They owe you an apology, okay? But know that they like are starting to regret, but they need to go through spirit school on the other side still. So they do regret how they treated you. They want you to be happy. And yeah, that's what they remember about you the most. Guys, I really hope this brought you some clarity. If it did, then give this video a thumbs up. Please comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the bell for notifications so that you will never miss out on a new reading on my channel in the future. Take very good care, and I'm just soon hopefully. Bye.